Some supervillains have superpowers, but others rely on their hand-to-hand skills. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 supervillains with the best fighting ability.
You must have quite a bit of faith in this cure, if you've come alone.
We didn't come alone.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're focusing on the comic book bad guys who aren't afraid to get their hands dirty, ranking them on their proficiency and records in hand-to-hand combat. Also, if you're looking for anti-heroes, you'll find them on our previous list, the top 10 superheroes with the best fighting ability.
Hey, stud. I thought we had something together.
We do.
Number 10, Crossbones. A recurring nemesis of Captain America, Brock Rumlow has gone toe-to-toe with Cap on several occasions, with mixed results. As a teenager, Rumlow ran away from home to train under Taskmaster, and his expert knowledge of weaponry and hand-to-hand combat caught the attention of Hydra.
There are no prisoners with Hydra, just order. And order only comes through pain. You ready for yours?
Shut the hell up.
Given the codename Crossbones, Rumlow's abilities improved, and he actually defeated the super soldier Bucky Barnes in one particularly bloody affair. Crossbones excels in marksmanship and strategy as well as martial arts, and he literally laughs in the face of torture. When all else fails, he has even learned brainwashing, so he has the edge even when he faces a stronger opponent.
Come on!
Number 9, Kraven the Hunter.
You have resisted the magic song of the Savannah drum longer than either of the white tigers before. But otherwise, I'm not impressed.
As the name suggests, Kraven the Hunter considers himself to be the world's greatest big game hunter. But rather than trap or shoot his prey, he prefers to kill dangerously large animals with nothing but his hands. Kraven sees Spider-Man as his greatest challenge yet, and although he usually loses out due to Spidey's resourcefulness, he is more than a match for the web-slinger, Spidey sense and all. Besides being a hunter, Kraven is also a trained mercenary and athlete, and when he took up the Spider-Man mantle to prove himself as superior, he even defeated Vermin, a foe Spider-Man was unable to take down. Number 8, the Shredder.
Does anybody have any idea about who or what this is? I don't know, but I'll bet I never asked to look for a can opener.
There have been many versions of the Shredder over the years, but anyone who can take on 4 mutant reptiles is generally pretty skilled as a fighter. By far the biggest enemy of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Shredder rose through the ranks of the Foot Clan at a young age, eventually leading the organization into terrorism and assassination. Feared among his peers even before you take into account his spiked helmet and protruding armor, the Shredder has repeatedly overpowered Splinter and the Turtles both mentally and physically, with his genius-level manipulation and complete mastery of the martial arts. Number 7, Bullseye. When it comes to martial arts, Bullseye comes up short against his arch-rival Daredevil, but where he has the edge over the man without fear is in his pinpoint accuracy. From the age of 10, Bullseye was a perfect shot with a rifle, and as an adult, Bullseye has learned to use just about anything as a weapon. Playing card, toothpick, and even his own tooth are considered deadly weapons to the psychopathic assassin, but he rarely resorts to such measures. Bullseye's obsessive research of his opponents and part adamantium bones are usually enough to defeat anyone who stands in his way.
Bullseye.
Number 6, Storm Shadow.
Hello, brother.
Though his allegiance has wavered over time, G.I. Joe ninja Storm Shadow is most commonly known as the bodyguard for terrorist organization Cobra. Storm Shadow has developed skills beyond those of your average ninja. Sure, being elusive is one thing, but Storm Shadow can climb vertical walls with his bare hands and move at lightning speeds. Heck, where do you think the name came from? He became virtually intolerant to pain while training under his uncle, and between them, they form one of 30 family generations who were trained as ninjas. Talk about meant to be. Number 5, Bane.
Ah, yes. I was wondering what would break first. Your spirit? Oh, your buddy!
Bane is known for his muscly exterior, and for being the only one of the Dark Knight's villains to have broken the bat. But he's a lot more than just raw power. Bane spent time behind bars for crimes his father committed, where he learned to fully understand scientific principles and languages, working out for himself Batman's secret identity.
Bane, let's not stand on ceremony here. Mr. Wayne.
For a man who outweighs and can outthink the Dark Knight, he's also surprisingly nimble. After being experimented on while he was in prison, exposed to a mystery drug called Venom, Bane developed enhanced strength, speed, and stamina, which makes it tricky for Batman to even land a single blow. Number 4, Ra's al Ghul, aka Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul's exact age differs with each comic book reboot, but one thing is for sure. He has been training in martial arts, swordsmanship, and the mystic arts for centuries. The demon's head of the League of Assassins, Ra's has a pretty effective anti-aging method in the form of the Lazarus Pit, whose rejuvenating qualities have granted him near immortality. Primarily a Batman villain, Ra's once defeated the entire Justice League using Batman's own techniques, and even the so-called world's greatest detective learns to respect and envy Raz's intelligence and strategy. If not for his dangerous methods, Batman might have stayed well away from this particular enemy. Number 3, Mystique. She's often portrayed as an anti-hero on the silver screen, but comic book Mystique does not have quite so many redeeming factors. One of Magneto's most trusted sidekicks, Mystique can shapeshift her way to just about anything, and the cells that allow her to transform are multifunctional. She can compress her body as thin as a piece of paper, making her virtually impossible to hit, and if you do manage to land a blow, she can manipulate her organs to ensure that it won't be fatal. Her tissues regenerate so often that she's able to maintain her youth despite being over 100 years old, and that's a lot of ass-kicking experience.
What's the matter, baby? You don't think I look pretty like this?
Number 2, Deathstroke.
Let's see how you do against a real swordsman. Come and get some.
After you, boy.
Slade Wilson was a gifted tactician and military leader even before a US Army super soldier experiment left him with heightened strength, speed, healing, and endurance. As Deathstroke, he has taken on and beaten Batman, the Green Arrow, and the Teen Titans with just one eye, which he lost after his wife found out what he had become and shot him. The experiment also granted him the ability to use 90% of his brain power, where a typical human is capable of using just about 20, turning his tactical knowledge into tactical genius, and turning his opponent's own moves against them. And just in case you were wondering, he has also mastered just about every martial arts form, because duh. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1, Taskmaster.
I've studied all of the Avengers' skills, especially yours, Captain.
After injecting himself with a modified steroid, Taskmaster unlocked the memory potential in his brain, leaving him able to replicate literally anything he sees. He has used the ability to mimic the athleticism of Black Panther, the martial artistry of Iron Fist, the swordsmanship of Silver Samurai, the archery skills of Hawkeye, and even the precise aim of Bullseye.
You're next.
It's lucky for Marvel's greatest heroes that he's rarely pitted against them, preferring instead to train criminals for various other organizations, as he has never lost a one-on-one fight. Only one character in Marvel is crazy enough that Taskmaster cannot predict his next moves. And you guessed it, Deadpool.
I will destroy you.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.